Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Now, summer is upon us and this has been requested many times, and I thought I'll do a video focusing on compliment magnets. Fragrances, in spite of the heat, intense heat, will get you noticed and get you complimented because they smell just stunning. The warmer the weather, the better they smell. And before I start, it doesn't get very hot here in England. But I understand, and I've lived in places where it gets very hot. I grew up in India and it gets very, very hot. And one thing I realize is when it gets very hot and when it's not windy, as in it's stuffy hotness, one thing that bothers me is a slight bit of sweetness in a fragrance is a complete no-no for me. I don't want to wear anything which has even a smidgen of sweetness. So if you're like me, you're in for some luck. So let's start. The fragrances that I'm going to show you have decent projection, but most importantly have the value or the quality, I should say, of contrasts. Because wearing only clean fragrances or just soapy fragrances are great, but they get boring after a while. So I'm going to show you some fragrances that have contrasts. I'm going to tell you what those contrasts are. So let's start. Number one is a foolproof fragrance that I recommend to any newbie. And over the years, all of you have come back and said to me that it's a stunning fragrance. It's a Prada, and it is a Prada L'Homme. Now this one is a clean, soapy fragrance, but the contrast here is that iris. The iris here has a little lipsticky vibe. There's also a note of powdery suede, which makes the fragrance even more attractive. This is unisex. But when people smell this on you, and if you're wearing it right and the right kind of people smell you, you'll definitely get a compliment because it smells so chic, so clean. And clean fragrances will get you a compliment in summer, but it is also very modern, well put together, smells expensive, high quality stuff. You will never go wrong with this fragrance. Prada L'Homme. Number one. Occasions to wear: daytime, smart casual, or completely casual, t-shirt and jeans, that kind of stuff. This is not a very serious fragrance, but you can wear this to work. It's a very jovial sort of, excuse me, it's a very jovial and approachable fragrance. It doesn't take a lot of effort to wear this fragrance. You don't have to really prep yourself. Next on my list is a fragrance which gets better the warmer it is. It has to be hot. It is Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. I've done a full review of this one. I've done a full review of the Prada as well. Excuse me. Now this fragrance is a contrast. It's got orange, very, very nice orange, mixed with mint. And then the contrasting notes in the base are musk and patchouli, I believe, with a little spicy nature to itself. And also tonka bean. The notes you wouldn't, and there's a very aquatic, fresh vibe to it. The notes, when you look at the notes breakdown, you wouldn't put them together, but it comes across as one of the most beautifully put together summer fragrance. Very stylish, very sexy. I wouldn't wear this outdoors because it doesn't have the legs, but I would wear this indoors or going to a shopping mall or a cinema or even a summer daytime date. As I said, the warmer it is, the fresher and better it smells. It's fresh, zesty, herbal and aquatic, all in one. Sexy. Many people have come back and told me that this fragrance is just amazing. It is. Chanel, so expensive. Now, the next one on my list is a discontinued fragrance, but still widely available. You'll have to pay twice as much as you would have paid when this was available widely. And it is Bulgari Acqua Amara. Now, Bulgari Acqua Amara is actually a fabulous fragrance. It is again a contrast. So this fragrance contrasts marine notes with the note of olibanum. Who would have thought olibanum will go very well with sea-like smell? It's not fishy, but it's not far. The whole Acqua line, Bulgari, is out of bounds for me, because I don't like fishy smell. But this one has the sea-like smell, very airy sea-like, salty sea. And it's mixed with the smell of olibanum and some Isoi Super cedar. And it creates a fabulous scent experience, and the warmer it is, the better it smells. It's like taking a stroll on a beach on a very warm day in a very exotic location. Shame this is discontinued. But I tell you, if you're really serious about having a fantastic summer wardrobe, Aquamara is something that is indispensable, just like the Chanel and the Prada. In fact, these fragrances are indispensable, right? So try and get this if you can, but don't pay silly money for it. Next on my list is another Chanel. When it came out, I bought a bottle very early on, but I wasn't very impressed. Bleau de Chanel EDT. Now this one is an old bottle. This is a 2013 bottle, I believe. But over the years, whenever I've worn it, I've received a compliment. This is a massive compliment magnet. Now this is again a blue scent, one of the first blue scents. But I think over the years I've realized it's not just blue. But what I didn't like about the fragrance is it was so revolutionary, right? And I thought it was too synthetic, but now I wear this fragrance and I absolutely love it because of the middle. The middle has a heavy dose of isoe super mixed with ginger, right? And then there's this musk sandalwood combination, which is common across all Bleau de Chanel flankers, and I've got all three. And I've reviewed the Parfum. I haven't reviewed this one and the Eau de Parfum. I will be reviewing them. But the fragrance is this aquatic blue and Roxanne smell, which is very attractive to ladies. Along with that, the fragrance has this beautiful note of musk and sandalwood combined with isoe super. It's just fresh, slightly sweet, contrasting, slightly boozy even sometimes. And the most important thing is it's got very attractive DNA, which is extremely attractive to women. So yeah, wear this to a summer date. Wear this to your holiday even. Wear this to somewhere, you just want to get a compliment. You want to attract the ladies. That sort of scenario. You can wear this to work as well. This is uber chic, uber classy, very versatile. It's a must-have in your collection. Any one of these, But it's something that you should have in your collection. Absolutely. Next on my list is a fragrance which doesn't have a huge amount of performance, but it's one of the most finest summer fragrances in my list. It's an Hermes, and it's a Terre d'Hermes, and I don't like Terre d'Hermes, but this one is Eau, Fraiche, or whatever I know how to pronounce it. This fragrance, I tell you, this fragrance has got the most realistic note of orange. It's very zesty, juicy, bursting with flavors, and mixed with a watery feel. And there's musk as well in the dry down. I'll do a full review soon. I haven't reviewed this. My God. If you like the smell of orange, if you like fresh oranges, this is the fragrance to go with. And you can imagine how beautiful you'll smell on a sunny, bright day, dressed, semi-casual or smart casual, that sort of thing, t-shirt, jeans. That's really, really nice. Very fresh, very, very amicable, and so natural. It smells delicious. And I got the biggest bottle I could get my hands on. This is a stunning fragrance. I'll do a full review very soon. And compliments galore. Nobody will be able to sort of ignore you if you smell so nice and you dress appropriately and behave nicely. Just amazing. So, 5 designers done. I've got 5 niche coming up. Next fragrance is the first niche in the list, and this fragrance defines summer for me. It is Serge Lutens Fleur de Ranger. I've done a full review. This fragrance basically is known as the finest interpretation of neroli, which is orange blossom. And the problem with orange blossom, cheap ones, is that they smell like clean sheets or detergent. This one has stupendous depth because it's combined with tuberose. Tuberose is slightly indolic in nature, and orange blossom as well. So this can be a little bit body odor-like. If you wear this during daytime, it's very hot and you have the tendency to sweat because there's a note of cumin as well in this fragrance. I don't know why they put it, because it makes the fragrance even more sweaty armpit. Sometimes. Best time to wear this fragrance is warm evening. Look at the color of the juice. It's like the color of sunset. Wear this on a warm evening, outdoor. Huge amounts of performance, massive performance, huge amounts of projection. Don't go more than 2 or 3. And this is quite unisex. Wear this when it's warm, it's evening, seashore, even a resort which is not near the sea, a golf course, whatever, open countryside. Yeah, this fragrance will remind you that you're wearing something that signifies summer. One of the finest orange blossom fragrances money can buy. Honestly, done a full review. If you're interested, check it out. Beautiful fragrance, absolutely beautiful. Next one smells like open green grasslands on a very sunny day. It's amazing, this fragrance. I'm loving it even more now. It is Amouage Beach Hut Man. Beach Hut Man is a wrong name for this fragrance. This fragrance is just stunning. It combines notes like ivy. You know, if you're a gardener, you know the smell of ivy. It's very green and slightly sweet. And yeah, this fragrance has vetiver, musk, mint, notes I can't remember. But the image in my head is a golf course. You know, lush green golf course with sun beating down on it. And the smell, the little aroma that you get when the wind whiffs through this grass, and just cut grass, green grass, meadow flowers, slightly sweet, slightly tangy. This fragrance is absolutely beautiful. It also has a slight hint of barbershop. Magical fragrance. If you live in a hot country, you should have this in your collection. It has stupendous performance. It lasts and lasts and lasts and projects. It's a stunning fragrance. Amouage Beach Hut Man. Next fragrance in my list is a fruity fragrance. Fruity fragrances do very well in summer heat. And because the kind of sweetness that fruity fragrance brings is not cloying, it will not nauseate you. This is a house which makes amazing fruity fragrances, and this one is Mancera Sicily. It's the juiciest fragrance in my collection. Mouth-watering. Pineapple, peach, just flowers, fruits, juiciest of flowers, rose, jasmine, hibiscus. This fragrance is just juicy, dripping, juicy, and fresh. Because there's tons of citruses here, tons. And the finest musk, really nice musk. So it's a fruity, floral musk. You can't go wrong with Sicily. It's, as the name suggests, it's bright and sunny and beautiful and delicious. I'll tell you what, if you're going on a holiday, carry a decant of Sicily and see the magic. When you're in a fun mood, Sicily will be just amazing. You know, cherry on the cake, absolutely stunning. Superb performance, superb projection. This is a beast mode fragrance, and even if you over apply, you will not nauseate people because it's, as I said, zesty, juicy, fruity, beautiful fragrance. Sicily, love it. Next on my list is a fragrance I haven't reviewed. Well, I've reviewed everything apart from Sicily. In the niche area, next to our fragrances I've reviewed. This one is stunning. It uses contrasts, and I love contrasts. It is Parfums de Marley Galloway. Now, Parfums de Marley Galloway is about citruses mixed with birchiness, leather, almost leather, and then mixed with muskiness. It sounds so cliched. Spray this. See the magic it does. It's one of the nicest fragrances in my collection. It's a citrus aromatic. It has a heavy dose of neroli, so it's clean sheet smell as well. But that birch, along with a fantastic chalky iris, just creates a different dimension for this fragrance. Very unique. Some people compare this to Lalique White. Couldn't be more different. You smell them. I mean, I've got Lalique White. They couldn't be more different. The only thing that reminded me of when I tested it was Roja Elysium Parfum. Yeah, so Elysium Cologne is a different scent. Parfum and this are pretty similar in my view. Absolutely stunning fragrance, superb depth, brilliant contrast, amazing development. If it's a warm day, wear this and you will stun everybody. It's very masculine because of that birch. It's really, really stunning. Awesome compliment magnet. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance. Last one is a drop dead sexy fragrance when it's very hot. It's from a house which I really like, Nishane Colognise. I've done a full review. Now this one, my God, if you live in a hot country, as I said, what a fabulous fragrance this is. You know, this is basically centered around neroli, but it's sweetened by sweet citruses, and it has a superb green vetiver and musk base. So you get three things, you know, vetiver, earthy, grassy. I think there's a note of patchouli as well. I could be wrong. I can't remember. But that neroli is the centerpiece. So this is basically a neroli fragrance. But the way the neroli has been counterbalanced by zesty citruses and amazing musk, clean musk with, I think, fresh fruitiness, you know. This fragrance, indispensable. If you live in a hot country, you couldn't be without it. In fact, you just can't be without it if it's summertime. Colognise by Nishane. I've done a full review. The only fragrances that I haven't reviewed in this list are Mancera, Eau, Fraiche, and Sicily. I'll be reviewing them during this summer. As I said, the whole purpose of doing this list is giving you fragrances that are cut out for compliments. I'll do a separate list for budget fragrances because these fragrances are quite expensive. So if you're one of those people who can't afford these fragrances or don't want to afford these fragrances, don't fret, I'll do a budget list soon. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and if you did, do give it a like. Take care, bye-bye.